Kendrick Lamar praised for song about trans relatives. Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about Auntie Diaries. Rapper Kendrick Lamar has received praise after a song on his new album about his transgender family members brought LGBTQ issues to the forefront of hip-hop culture. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, the 34-year-old musician's fifth studio album, features a track titled Auntie Diaries, which discusses his uncle and cousin's previous gender transitions. The actor recently revealed that his elementary school classmates didn't understand his uncle's transition, but that didn't stop their friendship from growing. Kendrick Lamar's highly anticipated new album features a personal, albeit contentious, song about his transgender relatives. In the song Auntie Diaries from his new album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, Lamar raps about his trans uncle and cousin, who are both portrayed as important, beloved figures in his life. The track's reception has been mixed. While Lamar has been praised for positively acknowledging trans people, he has also been harshly criticized. Some listeners complained that Lamar misgenders his relatives despite the fact that he uses both he and him and she and her pronouns interchangeably for both family members. Other criticisms include his use of cousin's previous name and his repeated use of an anti-LGBTQ slur. "My auntie became a man and I took pride in it." Lamar says on the new song added that he grew accustomed to his uncle's maturation as a young man. Later in the song, he says that his uncle was the first person he saw write a rap, introducing him to the art form that he would eventually dominate. Lamar also mentions his favorite cousin and their transition, as well as how he still loved them, despite the fact that their relationship was strained for a time because his cousin wasn't comfortable around him. When Lamar discusses his past use of homophobic language, he repeatedly uses the F word. "I said those F-bombs because I didn't know any better," he says at one point, later referring to an incident at a concert in which a white fan used a racial slur while rapping to one of Lamar's songs. Variety music critic Jam Aswood lauded Auntie Diaries as a powerful, genre-shifting statement of transphobia, as well as the evolution of Lamar's views. However, the song was not universally praised by listeners. Some called Lamar's decision to center himself in a story about his trans relatives, while repeatedly using incorrect pronouns and a slur, transphobic and selfish, while others defended it as Lamar's reflection in his past and love for his family. Others said that, as flawed as the song is, hearing a rapper of Lamar's caliber, he is the only rapper to have won a Pulitzer Prize for their work, say they support trans people, was meaningful. Preston Mitchum, Director of Advocacy and Governmental Affairs at the Trevor Project, a non-profit that works to prevent LGBTQ youth suicide, discussed his mixed feelings about the song. "I'm grateful he spoke out in support of love and acceptance of trans siblings, even after admitting what society did to them first," he tweeted. "The slur confused me because it isn't his word, but that is his final point." The song was released at a contentious time for trans people's rights. As of March, states had introduced more than 200 bills aimed at LGBTQ people, particularly trans young people, according to one report. Although reviews for the long-awaited Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers are still coming in, Auntie Diaries has already become one of the album's most talked about songs. Lamar has just announced a world tour in support of the album, which will begin in July. The song quickly went viral on Twitter, with Boston sports reporter Carrie Thompson praising it. "Yo, Auntie Diaries could be some real barrier-breaking stuff in hip-hop." Kendrick openly discussing the transition of his aunt and cousin and choosing humanity over religion. Auntie Diaries is the first song from a rap artist as big as Kendrick in major support of the trans community, and I can't express how happy I am for it, another user said. A third individual stated, "Auntie Diaries is a song written for Black people who grew up in Black families and faced anti-LGBT prejudice. When I was 13, my father asked me if I was gay because I didn't agree with him that all gay people should be imprisoned or worse. The compliments continued with, Auntie Diaries won't sway everyone to the left, but it will for those who can relate to Kendrick's experience. It's a conversation starter for those who don't. That track is bringing something new to mainstream hip-hop that wasn't previously present. However, not all comments were positive. Some critics accused the artist of misgendering or using a pronoun that does not accurately reflect the gender with which she identifies. According to one disgruntled user, it'll take me a while to process a song like Auntie Diaries, where dad naming and misgendering are justified as a raw and honest look at inartful acceptance. This is a song written to applaud straight people for having the conversation. If you support Kendrick Lamar after Auntie Diaries' song name itself is misgendering, then let me know so I can block you, cause you are just so hungry for the crumbs straight people toss at us that you lost your morals. Another user said. That's all we have for now. Please subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button if you enjoyed the show.